Welcome back to Fashion Technology 101. We have covered all types of things going on in the fashion tech world. My goal is to keep you informed about the latest and greatest. Now, I'm Jessica Couch. I'm a fashion and technology expert, and I go to conferences and do research so that you don't have to. Today, I want us to take a deep dive into wearable tech. I often feel like wearable tech is kind of like not included in the fashion tech space. It's not utilized as much and we don't hear a lot about it, but I do think that's going to change. Now, if the first thing that comes to mind when you hear wearable tech is Fitbit or your Apple Watch or your Oura ring, all of those things are absolutely in the category of wearable tech. Yes, that's it. But outside of those things that have very specific use cases, we're seeing wearable tech grow in a way like never before. Now, way back when, I know we remember when Google came out with Google Glasses a long time ago and everybody was like, those are corny. Honestly, back then they were. I mean, the shape of them were bad. People were not ready to wear products on their face. It was a little too early. And that's the thing about technology. You don't want to be too early, and sometimes you don't want to be first. You absolutely want to be the best. But what we're seeing now is a resurgence of technical eyewear, and we're seeing it become more cool, more mainstream, and more acceptable. So one of the brands that have been in the news recently is Oakley. Oakley is now labeling itself as a technology first company. And this is super important because they're now saying they're going to be working on performance technology. So that's exciting to me because when I think about performance, I'm thinking, are they going to be working with NASCAR? Are they going to be working with F1? Are they going to be working with cyclists? You think about the demographic of people who wear Oakley. A lot of them do outdoor sports and they have a certain lifestyle. So I can imagine that if you were thinking about making your customers happier, you could be integrating some technology to help with those certain lifestyles. So I'm excited to see what that's about and interested to see what it'll look like. Next, we have the Ray-Ban and Meta collaboration, which allows you to translate, record, and also live stream right from your glasses. Now, at first, I was a little bit against them. Just sometimes I'm like, some stuff is too much even for me. But a friend of mine let me wear hers, and honestly, it wasn't bad. One, it will dictate to you what's in your phone. So if you're trying to pay attention or if you might have an attention issue, you probably don't want to have them on or you don't want your notifications on. But what it can do that's really awesome, it can translate in real time different languages. It can read what's in front of you so you can ask it like, what am I looking at? And if you're looking at a board or if you're looking at a room or something like that, it'll tell it to you. And obviously for people who have different disabilities, this is a great, great, great tool. But for people who want a little more information in their world like me, I find it to be absolutely amazing. So I would say the experience I had with those were a 9 out of 10. Highly would recommend. And then of course we have the Apple Vision Pro, which is bringing your desktop and your workstation literally anywhere that you go in a very interesting VR AR world. Now, while I'm not excited about taking my work everywhere that I go, unless I'm super passionate about it, I do think it's cool to be able to immerse yourself into multiple realities with the headset. So totally excited to see what they're doing. But now, while these examples of wearable tech is super far out, there are examples that I feel like are a bit more relevant. Recently, if you follow me on LinkedIn, I posted about a group of students. I posted about a company who is creating a wearable tech jacket that lets you charge your phone in the pocket. Now you can imagine with all these festival seasons, outdoor activities, and people having to move around all day in cities and maybe walk more, this is a great idea. I talked to the company and we chatted briefly about where they are. I think they're doing a crowdfunding campaign, so definitely donate to it if you're interested. But we're going to work on their marketing strategy to kind of get them to the right demographic, because as you can imagine, the need or the desire to want to charge your phone while you're out and about probably represents a very specific group. Now, tools like that I think are going to be super important because technology is all about convenience, and wearable tech combines apparel with convenience. And so what I'm looking forward to is seeing more and more cool technology show up within that space. Now, you may not consider wearable tech when you're thinking about the medical space, but that's one of the main places that we see a lot of medical technology being used to monitor your different biomechanics, to monitor biometrics in patients. We have seen wearable tech also pop up for dementia patients. We see wearable tech when it comes to infants and newborns, and we see wearable tech when we're trying to monitor certain diseases amongst people. But what I would like to see is wearable tech come into spaces like the gym. Now, I know of a company called Maverick, and they are creating an AR experience that allows runners to improve by using their tool. It comes with a wearable tech piece, and it comes with a platform that helps you to run faster and better. Now, tools like this I think are absolutely necessary and make sense for wearable tech. Additionally, with the emergence of these at-home workouts, it would be nice to have a wearable technology that obviously could help monitor your poses and your postures while you're working out so you can make sure you don't get injuries. When I was doing my undergrad at Cornell, I think there were some Cornell students that were working on that, and every year I hear about students working on it, but I do think it's a space where we can innovate a lot. So whether it's in your sneakers, whether it's compression socks, whether it's sports, whether it is sports or workout clothing, the wearable tech space represents the emergence of fashion and technology in a way that I think is often looked over. In fact, it can create its own new luxury space, which I'm hoping that it does because it's something I'm really interested in, especially being from North Carolina where we have NC State University, we have NC Central, both of them have fashion programs, but I haven't seen a lot of students touch the wearable tech space, so maybe that's something we could do with partnerships or whatever. But if you have a wearable tech that you love, that you feel like is worth mentioning, absolutely tell me about it. Drop it in the comments, let me know, and I'll try to keep you up to date on the latest. So make sure you follow me, follow my newsletter, follow me on Instagram, ask me questions. If you're curious about other topics, let me know, and I'll be happy to get those topics mentioned up here. So thank you. It kind of looks like fat meat, but it ain't, I promise. That ain't no fat meat.